we'll win together, we'll lose together, we'll take on the chin, we'll reflect, pick the bones out of it tomorrow, recover, and we'll go again against Switzerland. And that's what you have to do. Let's say that was the aim, to get 4 points, to possibly get it. That's still available, and you know, the easiest thing to do is go and start being an individual. But if Scotland, that group, Steve, the staff, stick together, they'll be okay.
Yeah, and I think they will. They've got a wonderful support base as well. The place will be rocking for the Switzerland game. They'll be bang up for it, no doubt about it. Stephen, how are you, mate? Stephen?
Yeah.
How are you, mate? You're on the radio. Go on, pal. All yours.
Oh, yeah, Adam. Basically, I think it was like a game of two halves. Like, we did get battered in the first half. What we should have done is, like, the old Scottish adjective is, like, just, like, put it to them in the first half. You look at the second half, it was, like, one each. I don't know what we're going to do from here, but, like, I reckon we can still get 4 points and qualify from the group.
Say that last bit again, Stephen.
I say, I still think it's possible for us to get to the last 16.
Listen, absolutely. As Charlie's been saying throughout the course of the show, mate, listen, tonight you're playing against a good side at home with world-class footballers in there. At the end of the day, it was just a little bit too much, especially midfield, when you've got guys passing around and finding pockets of space. The two big games for you have always been Hungary and Switzerland. Yes. We know that Hungary's difficult, but if you can pick 4 points up from those two games, you've got a chance, mate.
Yeah, it's possible.
Of course it is. Do you still believe, Stephen?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, of course I still believe.
No, say it. Say it. I believe, Steve. Say it nice and loud, Stephen.
Yeah, we still believe.
Good lad.
Last 16, Tartan Army, 200,000 people in Munich. How many is the English going to bring?
No idea,
we'll
mate.
see on Sunday. But all the best. But here, Serbia isn't a walkover.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's a tough game on Sunday.
Twisted, mate. Yeah, I think one each.
One each on Sunday
for you guys on Sunday.
All right.
Yeah.
And then what about you with Switzerland on Wednesday?
Oh, 2-0.
Scotland,
of course.
Good man. That's the optimism that we want to see on the radio. Nice and positive. Well done, Stephen. Carlo, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Good man. What do you want to say?
Two things, really. First thing, I actually really wanted Scotland to win tonight until I saw all the video footage of all the Scotland fans slagging off England.
Right. Go on.
At that point, I wanted Germany to win, and they did it. And then the second thing is, with England, in terms of our defence is absolutely terrible. And I would question, why did Gareth Southgate not pick James Tarkowski and Jared Branthwaite together as a central defence partnership? Looking at how weak our defence is awful. Those two, with Jordan Pickford at the back, and I support Southampton, but those three were incredible last season, I think. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of factors come into it. I think Mark Gay's had a brilliant season with Crystal Palace. I think Harry Maguire was in and around it. Obviously, he's been pulled out and missing through injury. But
did Branthwaite being left out surprise you a bit? Yeah,
I think he has a chance. But again, he's relatively new to the squad, so he's done. He's obviously had the caps before, so he's had experience within the camp. John Stones is the number one centre back. There's other players that can play there, so I think Branthwaite's probably the one that surprised a lot because he has done well for Everton. Tarkowski, I'm not too sure he's international level ready for that tournament. So again, it's about Gareth making the decision. The hardest thing for Gareth is there's so much to select from. The quality is high, and you have to find the right solutions. And there's a lot of permutations going when you pick a squad. It's not just certain players. Certain players can play with each other, and so
and attitudes within the group. Yeah, what they bring,
the dynamics. It's how it's worked. What characters are, and I think part of Gareth's thinking as well with Jack Grealish not playing is that if he doesn't play him and he doesn't bring him on, there's a lot of spotlight becomes on, well, why is Grealish not playing?
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes a little bit easier for Gareth just to make that decision early, and that highlights and that media attention goes away straight away because Grealish is not in the squad, because he's a top player. He's a very, very good player, and that was a surprise, him not being in the squad. But you have to be, as a manager, you have to make it, you get a gut feeling, you have to look at performances, you have to look at form for the back end of the season, and Grealish's form was not to the level that Gareth expected to be at. Ezri has been. I think Anthony Gordon's been very, very good for Newcastle.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they deserve the opportunity, and that's how I see it.
I actually think he's made some good, bold
decisions.
decisions.
Because I think everybody goes, oh, Gareth Southgate's boring, same players, picks the same players. But he's actually stuck his neck on the line. He's still getting criticised.
Yeah.
But that comes with being the England manager.
The big test for him is going to be that in-game management, isn't there? In big games where the management has to change it from the touchline, can he do it? And can he do it at the right time?
Well, of course he can. He got England to European Championship final.
But the big criticism would be in those finals that maybe he procrastinated a little bit and wasn't proactive with some of those changes.
Yeah, listen, and that will come, but he'll have learned from that experiences. But he's got good senior players as well, and the senior players can smell it on the pitch as well. It's not just, it doesn't always have to come from the coach. The senior players have to take responsibility as well, and they realise what is happening, and they can actually get information onto the coach or back onto the sidelines because they have a feeling within what's happening in the game.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.